Parks. Great to have all of you. We have some intriguing questions that hopefully you all can answer for us. So, Mary, let's start with you. We have a question from Jeffrey, who asks, a soldier named Igor claimed they shot down the plane. So why aren't we going after him for questioning? The question is, will investigators ever be able to actually question the rebels, Mary?
I think that they will, and I take that from having worked on Pan Am 103 and all four of the planes on 9/11. It will take a long time. First and foremost, of course, they will look to the airline to be responsible for the passengers, but as time goes on, they will question the people. It will take a while. There's informants. Pan Am 103, there were 15,000 interviews. In 9/11, we took 153 depositions, and eventually, I think we uncovered pretty much of the facts. They will get them. It's just going to take a while.
All right, David Susi, this question is for you. It is from Ron. It's a good one. He says, exactly how did that rocket get launched? Manually or computer generated? Plus, is accuracy 100%? To the best of your knowledge, is someone actively, do they have to use this rocket? They got to launch it, right?
Well, in speaking with Colonel Francona earlier today, I got an education on missiles that I hadn't had before, and so he was explaining to me how they worked. And as far as launching the missile, there's a screen that you're looking at. It's a radar, and on that radar, you basically have just a dot. It's a moving dot, and that dot can be honed in on. And once it's honed in on, then the radar signal from that aircraft is coming down in a cone shape. So when the missile is actually launched, it is honed in on that particular aircraft. It's not like it just missed the aircraft and went off and hit another aircraft. So it is definitely honing in on that. And the radar signal that's coming back down is a cone shape that comes back from the aircraft. So the missile takes off and it goes, and if it senses one side or the other, in other words, it starts losing the radar signal, it'll change its position and come back again and again and again and wind its way basically up to where it's 150 meters from the aircraft. At that point, it deploys a large scattering of shrapnel, and that shrapnel is disabling to the aircraft. It's not like a single hit that explodes in the air like you'd see, other types of missiles. This actually disables the aircraft by tearing into it.
Okay, Stephen, the next tweet is for you. It comes from Frecci, who says, if Russia is responsible for shooting down MH17, then what? I guess the question is, financially, would they be responsible to the families?
Well, I think the easiest thing for the families, and it's a contractual liability under the treaty. The Montreal Convention will govern the air carrier's liability, and for the most part, the carrier and their insurers are going to be responsible for paying the victims, as they have in almost every major air tragedy, including 103 and the 9/11 incidents. So I think it's unlikely. It'll be a very difficult and long task to go after the Russian government. I think it'll be, very difficult jurisdictionally and otherwise to prove a case against Russia. But in any event, the people will get fair compensation as much as it can be. They'll never be properly compensated. But under the convention, they will be able to recover.
Mary Don with 2 N's has a question for you. It's about why the airplane was flying in this area. And here's what it says. It says, why didn't Malaysian Airlines try to avoid hostile airspace in conflict zone like other airlines are required? They were actually, though, Mary, they were flying above the area that they were supposed to be flying. They were 33,000 feet, right?
Right, but that is a great question because the question brings out the difference between what's allowed by the government and what the airlines could do on their own. Government regulations and the clearances for your airspace and the government warnings are a bare minimum. That you have to comply with those to be able to get into the air. But if the airline wants to do something more to have an additional measure of safety, for example, Malaysia Air, they asked for the flight level 35,000. Air traffic control said no, 33. They could have said, well, you know what, we're going to take a different route. But they didn't. They accepted 33. And that's what we allow. We allow business to make decisions as long as they comply with the bare minimum federal regs. So here are the regs, our country, other countries, etc. And then airlines can choose to do more to have a higher level of safety or a higher level of security. So there is choice in business.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Mary, David, Stephen, thanks so much for answering.
These guys know everything. They can answer any question when it comes to aviation. It's amazing.
I don't even think it has to be aviation related. I actually believe they could answer any question.